world.
But you know what our culture is, Dale? It's Crocodile Dundee, one. It's
Yeah.
the sacred text of Australia. Humour, adventure, carefree, connection to country, caring, generous, um, welcoming. Like,
Hard edge masculine, but with care.
that's right. A little bit of a show pony, but like still
Yeah.
got it. Really beautiful unifying element that he brought in with the tribal people where there was no projection up or down. It was just kind of, do you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Fuck, no, you
He,
are right.
thank you.
No, you
And
are.
that is why they're remaking it and destroying it. And everyone should go out there now and buy Dundee 1, 2, and 3, put it in a vault, lock it, and educate your children, your grandchildren, and your great great grandchildren, and your great great, and pass it down through the heirloom if you're staying in Australia, and educate them on the Australian culture, because that is the most unifying, beautiful representation of our country ever.
Like very intuitive too. He knows when there's trouble and stuff like
And
that. Very,
exactly. Exactly. Because that's the big thing about the conference. Like, we're not all joining in to come to a certain consensus around anything. Everyone's coming in, and this is like really, like, everyone that comes in, like, honor the path you're on, your own like journey of inquiry, and then you get access to the most incredible, thinkers and researchers and stuff from all walks of life.
do you remember remember when we first got computers? Like, do you remember the old what did they call it? DOS, like MS DOS, before there wasn't even Windows. Did you have a computer before there were Windows?
Mm,
Like, I think we got a computer in like 92 or something, 93. But you couldn't do anything on it. It was literally to type documents and then to like
wait, you got a computer in 90? Wow, I don't think we
92.
did.
I mean, you didn't do anything. We just played games on it, but the games were on floppy disks. Like, not even because the floppy disk became hard ones, but these were actually big floppies. And if you wanted to run a program, you had to insert the program into the computer. So if you wanted,
Mm, mm,
it wasn't even Word back then. Like, if you wanted to type
I
it,
remember that.
but you had to know code, like just to use a basic computer. So you had to go on and you had to enter code, and then we didn't
Mm,
even have a mouse. You had to go
mm,
enter. So
mm.
you had to work everything out like manually, and there was no
Yeah.
there was no manual. Like, you just had to.
And Dale, like, I've been thinking about like what you're talking about is like how the brain evolves. I'm reading this book.
Mm.
I'm listening to a book that's about
I say
like
reading,
dog.
yeah.
It's like when people are like, I'm reading a book, and it's like, no, you're fucking not, mate. It's like that is like,
I'm,
yeah, you don't
I'm
get
the
the
same
same
at the moment.
credit.
I haven't read a book. The last book I read was I read David Wilcock's book in just before COVID, and I haven't
Yeah.
something about like COVID put us all onto technology way more than we already were, and now I go, I'm reading a book. No, I'm listening to an
It's
audio.
like,
You're not reading shit.
yeah. I can't even say it's just no, yeah. I'm
Anyway,
listening to a book, and it's about the evolution of the mind of a dog. And it's really interesting. But I've been thinking, as I've been listening to that, thinking about the conference, thinking about the speakers, thinking about the things I've been looking at. And I'm like, oh, and the other thing with AI coming in, obviously, using less of our brain. But the other thing I was thinking about is like, because you were just talking about coding and like how it's like a different part of the brain. You almost have to use, um, it actually be probably both sides of the brain, whereas now it's not as much. Or it'd be like one side's kind of like favored over the other. But I was also thinking, so that's a whole other thing. But I was
yeah. Well,
also
the
thinking
old
about like,
computers, like I said, was very analytical and problem solving,
mm,
like almost putting jigsaw puzzle. Anyway, go.
yeah, yeah. And then you think, well, I wonder, does that then lead to right brain dominance? Anyway, because also in like schooling systems and even in what do you call it? What do you call it? Homeschooling stuff. This whole thing around like emotion and feeling and like, um, you know, I guess, intuition is really pushed more so than anything else. And so you can also see how there's an imbalance there with like how it's going like ultra right, bright. Anyway, so I was thinking about AI videos, and when you look at them, what that could actually be doing to us when we're like registering it. I'm sorry to bore you, Dale.
No,
Are you sleepy?
no. I'm just. I'm not. No, I'm listening. I'm actually listening more than I normally do. Sorry, I'm just yawning. Yes.
No, but you know the videos like that are fake, the
Yeah.
fake videos.
Yeah.
Do you wonder about when we look at those, like what that is then doing to us? Because I actually have felt a bit weird watching videos where they make animals or people do things that is not actually natural for us to do. And I've had to like,
Besides the comedy side of it, yeah. Well, I
no,
don't.
like I mean like completely unnatural
Mm.
movements, expressions. Like, have you seen the dog
Yeah,
Olympic
yeah,
stuff?
yes,
Have you
yeah, yeah,
seen them
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. And like
horses?
the big kangaroo, and he's like, "G'day, cunts," and he's like fucking having a beer and stuff. Like, have you seen
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, and like, you know, and I've never really thought about because obviously cartoons or everything. I don't know, but you think about art and you think about what art does and what different parts of the brain kind of light up when you look at art and receive art,
Yeah,
or like, you know, when you contemplate art. And I'm like,
yeah,
I wonder if anyone's studying the flow-on effects of changing reality in front of us and what that does to our actual brain. Whether it's, I'm not saying good, bad, ugly, like I'm just saying, like, what's actually going on there? Because, you know, when you think about dreams and how we register like dreams are like our
yeah,
unconscious, like processing reality.
yeah.
And then we're looking at all these unnatural things
Well,
on our phone.
in the dream, like when you wake up from a dream or what you feel in a dream, the emotion is just as real. It's like even though you know
Mm.
real, the emotion's real. Same as watching a movie. Like if
Mm.
you
That's what I
like,
mean. We're
but
registering. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like,
You know, have you heard those?
have you got
Yeah.
emotional over a cartoon before too? Because that's not like a real thing. But you know, like people cry when like Bambi dies and shit, or like The Land Before Time. Like they were like sad cartoons, remember? So
Yeah, it definitely has, you definitely have a reaction to it. But do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it's like
Well, so did
we're
you see that clip that I sent you this week of that guy going talking about like coal and he goes, "Oh, you fucking cunts can go live in
yeah.
a tent." Like I had to watch that 4 times. I'm like, I think this is AI, just because like it was. I'm like, that's too well.
What does the future looks like regarding electrification and battery electric vehicles in your mining operations then?
Well, we have coal because we've got the biggest coal deposits in the world, but we're not allowed to burn the fucking stuff, so the world's rooted really. It's all right to be idealistic, but you also have to be realistic. And until the lights go out, the idiots that want to be green on everything and not do mining, not do coal, not do anything, they're going to have to go back and use candles and live in tents, and then they'll no, you might fucking laugh, but it's true. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm not talking bullshit, I'm talking reality. If we don't get realistic, we're fucked. It's as simple as that. We're not allowed to use uranium. We've got the biggest uranium deposits in the world in Australia. We're not allowed to mine the fucking stuff. So it's all fucked. So when half these cunts die, well, the world will be a better place, and then those of us that survive will then get it going again.
Well, you just that's an no.
My next door neighbour, I was talking to him. He's a lawyer, so he's not an idiot. Well, he is a fuckwit, but that's another problem. But he said, "Oh, that's right. You just put plugs along the highways." I said, "But if you haven't got a fucking source from a power station, plugs on the highways aren't going to do jack shit, right?" Do you understand me? The people don't understand. They think the electricity comes out of fucking space. But if you haven't got a charging system, which is a steam coal burning power station, how the fuck can you charge your batteries? Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
Well, there's a lot of the cunts don't, and that's the problem with the world.
Thank you so much for your time and enjoy the rest of your visit.
We will.
Yeah.
We'll enjoy it eventually.
Oh, because he was just
Yeah.
dropping the C bomb.
Because it was like kind of unexpected and funny. I'm like, but that's the point we've got to now. I'm watching these. I'm going, that's like, I think that's AI. I'm like, I had to really watch the movements. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, but and don't you like, do
Like,
you know what
that's
I'm
fucking
saying?
scary.
And this is where like the reverse speech thing, like the idea or like the notion around reverse speech I've been thinking
Mm.
about, because we obviously connect with different people in different ways. Everyone has certain things that, they rely on. Like some people are very, like they will really focus on people's facial expressions or body movements. Some people are really listening to the tone and they can tell people's tone of voice, and that's how they kind of, do you know what I mean? Like people kind of pick up on stuff, and we call it intuitive, and this will be the really cool conversation that the conversations we have
Yeah.
in the conference, because it'll be like,
Yeah.
because David Oates is like, this is not like
I can't wait.
spiritual stuff. Like, I know, same. Like, and we've got a few speakers that are actually going to be kind of blowing the top off some of the things that we kind of call spiritual or intuitive, which I think is awesome. But it makes me think like these different functions that we have, or these kind of ability to, engage or relate to other people and reality and the world. It's like, what happens when okay, so what I'm trying to say is we take these words and expressions as as the main thing, but actually there's what's being revealed through what we're studying is that there's all these other layers to it. So AI just takes what people say, do you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly
And
what you're
then
saying.
what people do, and then it's like, whoa. And then when you're actually, do you know what I'm saying?
No, okay.
Like there's a whole other reality.
Let me articulate, because I think I know what you're saying. Because
There's a whole other reality
because,
going on.
yeah, the clip I shared with you of David, well, I think I shared it on Instagram as well, and
Yep.
it's an old one of him talking, and he was saying that with reverse speech, they will pick up, I can't remember what they call it, but like the intercepting points. There's like he's worked out a formula. So like every 6 to 8 seconds, you will hear
Yeah.
something in reverse. But that's when someone's talking off the cuff. And he said, especially if there's like an argument or something, because there's more heightened emotion, which actually tells you like within an argument, there's a lot more that's being said in the subconscious.
Mm,
But
mm.
if you went up to deliver a speech, and especially if it's one that you've given before, there's not as much soul coming out. And this is why you and me are better off the cuff than giving a formulated speech.
What we've noticed about reverse speech is that speech reversals will frequently occur in the pauses and mispronunciations of speech, the ers and the ahs, the rapid tonal inflections. If you ever sit down and listen to someone talking for even 2 or 3 minutes, just intently listen to them, and you'll notice that their speech is full of inconsistencies. I mean, I've rarely come across anyone who can talk in a very monotone voice for a long period of time without slipping up. And it is the tonal inflections in our speech that create speech reversals. One of the things that we've discovered about reverse speech is that we believe reverse speech to be a right brain hemispheric function. It's been thought by many that the right brain hemisphere is dormant in active verbal communication. Many linguists will tell you that the dialogue formation of speech comes from the left brain hemisphere. The tonal inflection we put into speech comes from the right brain hemisphere. One of the common things about reverse speech is that as right brain hemispheric activity increases, so does the occurrence of speech reversals. In a monologue speech situation like I'm talking right now, where I have said these lines in front of audiences hundreds of times before, they're almost memory off pat, you would find reversals about once every 60 seconds because it's a pre-prepared script already running in my brain. And we get into normal natural conversation, the occurrence of reversals will increase to once every 10 or 15 seconds. In a heated argument between a husband and wife or friends, as right brain hemisphere is really clicking in, then speech reversal will occur once every 2 or 3 seconds. What is actually happening is that as we are creating the sounds of our speech, we are creating them so that two parts of our minds are communicating well actually there's multiple parts, so let's just stick with 2 parts. But we are communicating from at least 2 different areas, forwards consciously and in reverse unconsciously.
Because in the formulated speech, you might be giving the same information, but there's no heart in it because it's all, nothing's coming.
Yeah, because you and I speak telepathically with other people,
Yes.
don't we?
But the
at
point
each
you're
other.
saying is when it's an AI video, then none of it is off the cuff because it's all a scripted thing, and therefore none of the soul is actually coming through. So even though it be interpreted as funny, it's never going to be the same thing.
Yeah, and it's like, but
The
you know
missing,
what I'm saying?
the
It's this
missing
whole other
component is
reality.
like that spark, like that divine spark that's within everyone. It's not in the video, and that's the and when I was going, oh, if this was an AI video or not with that guy, and I think that's what you're looking for. You're actually trying to pick up if there's like life
Yeah.
in this character. So yeah, very interesting.
And yeah, and you know that person I've sent you that like I literally think she's reading off scripts. You know that one that I was like, you need to reverse speech this chick.
Yeah.
You know, I sent you a reel of her. Yeah. So that's the other thing when we hear people talk and we have this sort of like visceral reaction,
Yeah.
like, and I'm just thinking how
Well,
many
you know what you're
people I
like.
trigger.
You're like, I believe you or I don't believe you, or like I don't. That's not what you're saying.
Yeah, and I think about how many people I trigger, and I'm like, it's probably because my reverse speech is like, you're all fucking doomed, and you need to fucking step up and stop being little fucks, And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be a little bit more articulate with it, but I'm like, guys, like, you're being frickin', you know what I'm saying? And
Okay,
people
but
probably
like,
triggered
so,
by my reverse speech.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
But like,
But
especially
yeah,
you, like,
anyway, but then
when
there's
you're
the whole,
passionate, you're
but then there's
talking.
the whole visual thing. What?
Yes, yes.
Okay, go.
No, but
Yeah.
I think that and I know with you, like when you're talking with a lot of spirit on it. But you hit on a good point before about like the telepathy. Well, I think it's bigger than telepathy. It's more like soul to soul connection than more because like telepathy is through the brain. But anyway, oh, you've frozen. Oh no.
No, but what is
So wait,
no?
wait, wait,
Dale,
wait,
we're going to
wait,
be talking
wait,
about this.
wait,
No, we're going to be talking about this
wait.
soul connection, telepathy. We're going to be talking about. I just think people have shut off actually just physical,
Mhm.
like we're not even talking like woo woo, anything, physical abilities of the human body because the human body is infinite. It actually is. And we've shut off these different things, but it's not like soul's woo woo stuff. It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
our abilities.
exactly. But that's the thing, like with David Oatsing, it's like what he's
And when you say like telepathy's in the brain, like what's wrong with the brain? You've got such a problem with the brain.
the brain is a fucking receiver transmitter, and it's been hijacked. I'm
Okay,
not,
we're going to be talking about this too.
I don't have a problem with the brain. Anyway,
You
I'm
do have a
saying
problem
it's
with the brain.
beyond the brain. Anyway, but my point was like when you and me, don't fucking roll your eyes. When you and me are having like a conversation, sometimes like I can't articulate what I'm trying to say, and you're like, I get it. I know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're actually you're reading me, not even my
Something else.
words, you're reading something else. Yeah. And I'm the same with you. I know what you're talking about, and you can't even get it out, and I can't even understand what you're saying, but I know what you're talking about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
real communication. But you're right with the body part because I was looking at one this week and they say like men that have got anxiety will have their hands over their testicles. That's like a natural. So what they'll
What, all the time?
not all the time. But if a man's
Oh.
anxious or he's socially uncomfortable, a protection because you protect your testicles, right? So you put your hands over your testicles. But the opposite too.
Really?
I do this a bit, and now I've become wary of it. But, so then I go to put my hands behind my back. But if you put your hands behind your back, that means you're deceptive because you're not. So even like in a video, if I'm showing my hands here, remember I told you that if we did a screenshot of this and put this video out, this lady done tests of this, so she did videos of that as a screenshot, and that will get way more views than if it's like this, because that shows that I'm open and I'm honest. So if you got your hands behind your back, you got something to hide. And if you got them over at the front, your testicles, it means you're anxious. So I've started like just standing with my like fucking Superman. Like,
So does that mean like Spanish and Italian people are just more honest?
but then there's a thing they reckon like middle-aged to older men, they all do this pose at the beach. They stand at the beach like this, like Superman. Have you seen it?
This is really funny. Have you only
it's like
just
an old
okay?
man
So
thing.
my friend years ago, she picked this out, and it was like, and we would do drive-bys on Perth coast, and she'd be like, there's another, and like sometimes they'll have the leg up, like the leg up on a bench, just staring. It's an actual thing. So funny.
Well, and
Oh
then
my
there's
God,
then there's the cultural thing, 'cause like the wogs. So like my grandfather and every other Italian man always walked around out the backyard looking at his garden with his hands behind his back. Like they all do it. They all do it. They call it like the nonno pose. I don't know. So that's got to be a cultural thing. And they're just pondering, just with their hands behind the back, like walking around. And I do that too.
Oh my God, that's so
Because
funny.
when you're anxious, you don't know where to put your hands, right? You're like, do I put them here? Do I put them?
I don't really think about it,
I do
but
this one.
yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah,
So
but
should we talk about the conference? So if
yeah, but
anyone's
this is a really cool conversation.
yes, Mads, but
Okay, but
this is what
anyway,
happens. As Jacob said, we need structure.
okay. Well,
Okay.
we'll talk about this more in the conference then.
Okay. Well,
So
if you're
that'd be
listening,
fun.
if you've made it this far,
Yeah, hopefully,
yeah,
am I really loud? Do you know?
no, you're quite
People
good.
say I'm really loud on the microphone. Huh?
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are starting the conference on September, sorry,
In
August.
11 days, from this time, 11 days, 7 hours, 1 minute, and 13 seconds.
Okay, Mads has a countdown. I will leave a link to the website if you want to check it out because she's done a very good job in presenting this. It's very
Oh, I'll create a coupon. Hold on, let me think of it. What should we call the coupon for podcast listeners?
okay.
Just potty?
So for special Skydance podcast listeners, we will be giving you a discount, and it will be you need to come up
Potty.
potty.
Poddy.
Can we make
And I'll
it?
make it before you.
Can we
What?
make it? Can we make the code cunts CUNCE like the hate?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, but
whatever.
my
Whatever.
mum's probably going to listen. Okay, that's fine. Cunts will do.
Whatever. We will leave the code in the bottom. Anyway, so yes, it's been a few months in the making. This we've gone through many different speakers who we tried to get, couldn't get, then got some, then others dropped out. But we've got some new and some old, and I think
We've got the best lineup that we've ever had.
it's a very good eclectic mix. And we may have another one coming in that we'll
Yeah.
probably announce within the next few days if they can confirm. They just got back to me at the last minute, so we didn't put them in the promo video for now. But this is like a big one, and hopefully we're going to have the breakaway civilization topic come up with someone who is a bit of an expert in that in finance. So hopefully we'll get that secured in the next week. But like, thanks to everyone that's joined already. So when you do join, you'll be sent out. Mads has got this whole new app now called Circle, and it's sick.
Yeah, are you on the app? Are you using it on the app?
Well, I'm not using it. I've got the app at the moment, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, but you downloaded it. Like you downloaded the actual app?
I'm on the app, mate. I'm on the app.
You're on the app. Great.
I've added another app to my array. Anyway, so yes, I'm looking forward to it. What have we done now? This is like the fifth one. So
Yeah.
and they are, in the gayest words, a journey. But it's almost like they've been like a continuous journey for a lot of the people, especially the ones that have been there for the start. And I think like it's good to look back in hindsight of where it kind of all started, especially like you were doing them by yourself for quite a while, and then I've come on board, and it's like it's taken an evolution. Even with, I would say like
Well, the ones I was doing on myself was mostly astrology based though. So it's kind of like now there's no real, we're going everywhere.
yeah. Well, do you want to give a bit of a brief as to like what we're doing this time and I get like why we're doing it and what to expect for those that come in, because it lasts about, it's 9 weeks, but are we having a break in this one? So it's like
No, there's no break
no
unless
break.
people really want a break. I'll tell you what though,
So
like
the one request I had was what I think that the AFL Grand Final weekends we've got to make sure. Anyway, we'll work that out.
what date's that?
I need to check, but No, but that's okay. We do our calls on Sunday anyway. So anyway, so what
Yeah,
we do,
yeah, so we've just
I'll just give
yeah.
people that would like to come in and like kind of don't know what it is. We basically we have the guest speaker, and we pick people from all different fields that are kind of experts within their fields. Um, and Madeline come up with this term, synthesizing dialogue, and it's basically that we learn through different speakers and then being able to elaborate and then contribute and discuss certain topics, or and that can kind of go anywhere that come the week, the midweek conversation in between the guests. And a lot of the time, it will be conversations that have come up around stuff that's been presented. And I know, like with everyone, I've had like massive penny droppers that have been able
Mm.
to link in certain bits of information that have really helped me. I know, like we're starting off with Will Keller. He's been like pivotal. Some of his presentations. There's just little gems there. Um, so he spoke about love last time, which was great. That was such a big thing.
Mm.
But it's like this whole thing that looking at Joseph Campbell's work, that like everything is omnipresent and that we don't like try to like dismiss any information, and there's speakers that come on that contradict other speakers, and that's completely fine. We're not like a group.
Yeah,
This is our
love
belief.
it.
And this is like, you can come in with any belief. We just say that just don't be dogmatic about your belief, or just be open to receiving other bits of information. And some of the best information you get is from people that have fundamentally different views than you. Like, again, like we always talk about Christian dogma and stuff like that, and we talk about that for a reason. But I listen to so much Christian material. That's why I kind of pick it apart, because I'm always looking at it and I get absolute gems out of that. Like I've been looking at this one
And
now.
we get Clint Richardson on, who's like an expert in, I guess, his version of Christianity and
Exactly.
his study of the Bible. Yeah.
So yeah, and he's very much talking from the law perspective and stuff now. Like the guy that I'm looking at the moment that's talking about like Plato, like the Bible. The more I'm looking at the Bible, this is like some interest. You know, we're talking about how you feel things. There's something to that book too, and the words and being able to read that. It is hitting on a very deep.
Yeah.
And like I'm never gonna knock anyone that reads the Bible and has profound experiences coming from that, because I don't know what that text is. It is fucking
Mm.
something incredible about what the Bible is.
Mm.
It's unbelievable. So
Well, it's the different layer of the stories that come through, because same as tribal stories, where it's like there's a story there that you hear, but then there's this, it's like something else actually drops in. That's what it's very similar. Yeah.
and you should never dismiss anything that you don't know about, and dismiss stuff that you think you know about, because there's always more layers. And I think that's kind of what the conference is. To me, it opens up different layers of understanding the world and understanding self. And it always keeps coming back to the same place. But it's like I think we definitely do grow and
Mm.
evolve and gain knowledge just through the way that the format
Yeah.
is set up. And then obviously, so yeah, so what I'm saying is we do these conversations during the week, and they're open to go anywhere we want. And we really want to start off this time by opening up the platform for people to start the conversations directly at the start, because sometimes
Mm.
through trial and error, we've kind of left it to the end, and then too many good conversations come up in the last week, and we're like,
Yeah.
fuck. So we really encourage everyone to come on and yeah, like there's no stupid question. I almost want to write a checklist at the start too, of like, what's the number one question you want to ask, but you're too terrified to ask because you think you're an idiot? Or
Mm.
like, I think that's
Yeah, something that you've been thinking about through this whole time, or like different things that you've been studying, because that's a big thing about the conference. Like, we're not all joining in to come to a certain consensus around anything. Everyone's coming in, and this is like really like, everyone that comes in, like, honor the path you're on, your own like journey of inquiry, and then you get access to the most incredible, you know, thinkers and researchers and stuff from all walks of life, and then a whole group of people that have literally been studying and in these spaces and
well,
always
that's
learning
the
this,
people that are
all these
coming
different things to be
into
able to talk to.
They've
Yeah.
got so much information. Everyone that's coming in too, like,
Everyone has so much information. Like the chat groups go off the charts.
and just life experiences. So anyway, would you like to, is there anything else you want to say? Do you want to show, should we get the website up so people can have a look at it?
I just want to speak into something,
Yeah.
people are really over these spaces, Dale. So I just want to like address that. There was one person that like commented because Tom Barnett shared a link to it the other day, and she said, I just want to read it out, read out some controversial stuff. She said, great to read that there's audience particip what?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, I'm interested. I don't know
Yeah,
about it.
she said, great to read that there's audience participation. Just listening to what thought leaders have to say may not meet the objectives of the conference. I once went to a festival that was just like that. Hopefully we'll get people to think outside their current paradigm, because people are so sick of like just rocking up to things and being spoken at. And that's really, really not what I want the conference to be ever at all. And that if people are wanting that, you just stick to podcasts, just stick to, your certain spaces. This is really like, if you want to actually, because we've got a lot of different people that I think people in our circle especially haven't had contact with and have never heard of. And the conversations that will come out of that, you're probably not having anywhere else. And the whole point of it is really that synthesizing dialogue. We're having different conversations and coming to our own awareness, expanding awareness around different things that our interests are. We're not all like, okay, we're all going to agree on this, and this, and that's what the space is for, really. It's for the deeply curious people that want to go a little bit deeper with stuff and have chats with other people.
We appreciate those comments, even like negative ones, because that actually does bring up more, that brings up more conversations and questions in itself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think like there's not that many spaces out there now where it's like that. Like it's usually everyone wants to go along to get along and find a sense of like belonging and comfortability. And although we do definitely have that in the conference, it's a lot more, like we can still, people still bring up stuff that's like goes against the grain, and we talk about it, and we, and I think that to have the ability and the respect to be able to do that with other people, we need that. And we need other people that are outside of all these little circles that we've made to be connecting with us and sharing their own insight, because otherwise we just actually create our own form of dogma, which is very hard to break out of too. We do form it to some extent in the group, and that's kind of hard to,
and that's
break free of. But
that's why I'm quite glad that we got Aniki back on again too. She's going to be giving a different presentation, but it completely ties into all this stuff too, around hierarchy and even how all these groups kind of form, and then everyone takes their position within the hierarchy, and then certain people don't feel that they can have a voice within that hierarchy, and then others are more dominating. So it's more, I guess the intention is that there is no hierarchy. It's just like it's a group of students in there.
And we go in as students too, as well, which is a big thing.
All right. Well, do you want to get it up now? Baby,
Want to what?
Give it up.
Share the speakers. So we've got Will Keller coming on.
I thought you were gonna share the page.
What?
What do
you mean?
Show us the website.
Oh, you want me to share the screen with everyone?
You said that before we started recording.
I was just going to read it, but I could do that, absolutely.
Share it.
I'm going to share it.
You know that baby, give it up. I saw them in Prague, KC and the Sunshine Band. It was freaking great.
What?
No.
Baby, I was listening to some old 90s music the other day.
Oh, Triple J just brought out their hottest 100 Australian songs of all time. Can we go through it after? We'll see if you know any.
Okay, sure. All right, now let's just have a look.
That's weird. Is it? Have you shared that is that your mobile?
No, but how cool is it? Can you see the video?
Yes, I can. Yeah, very well done. Madeline has done some sort of graphic design degree in the since the last Scott. Well done, Madeline. You've done a very good job.
I
Now,
don't even think I joined. I don't even think I connected this link. But anyway, that's all right. I just thought of that.
so
So here
this
it
is the
is.
front page. If you go through, this is what you'll get to. It's obviously got
Got the ocean. The repeat offenders will understand the water link and the ocean link. And then we've got a little bit about synthesizing dialogue. I've trademarked it. It's not really trademarked. That's
who trademarks a link and it hasn't actually trademarks it, just fucking puts
I do need to remove that. I was just like, I wonder if this will look cool. Anyway.
You know what? It'll be like 2 years' time. It'll be like some new fucking thing put in. Someone will trademark and you're like, motherfucker.
Anyway, you can read as you go. There's a little bit about Dale, a link to his website, a little bit about me. That was at my second retreat that I held with my sisters, that picture.
Look at you. You look like
In near Bateman's Bay. Corrigan's Cove it was actually. And I don't know where I've put
you look
that
like
link
some
to.
marketing woman running a focus group.
I was actually, you know what I was talking about, Dale? I was talking about the hero's journey through time and the Venus law, which I think is going to come up in this conference.
Definitely going to come up. Yeah. Actually,
And
like,
this, you know, this was in 2000. This was in 2018. And I was trying to explain a very complex kind of worldview or philosophy or understanding that literally linked all cultures to these group of people that just wanted probably some granola, you know? And I'm like trying to like lay down the laws of the universe to them.
Look at young Matt.
quite
She's
funny.
on the path.
Anyway.
And also, can I compliment your posture there? That is excellent posture. Look at very nice.
Yeah, excellent posture. I need to get better. Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably because we were doing yoga every day with my sister. Anyway,
okay.
moving
let's
on.
the real people.
Sorry?
Let's get on to the real guests.
That's right. We've got the countdown going on here. 11 days.
Quick,
It's not far.
join. It is ticking down by the minute.
That's right. Then we've got join now. Get a little discount on that if you're listening to the podcast. Okay. Guest speakers. You're going to put some
That's
music
Will
behind it.
Keller before he looked like Grizzly Adams. Now he's got a massive beard. He looks way more clean cut there, Will, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I love it.
Anyway, you can speak about Will. Will is like, I mean, he's come on everyone. He's excellent. And
yeah, and I've actually recently started listening to, so I came onto Will Keller through Mark Passio's work. Will Keller was doing an incredible presentation on natural law and teaching natural law to children, and also speaking about conscious parenting. This conversation he had with Mark Passio, and I was thinking, especially with the people that I was connecting with, I was like, oh my gosh, we need to get, you know, Will Keller in these spaces. And I connected with him, I think it was like at the very start. I don't even think my intention was to bring him onto the conference. I just connected with him. And yeah, he's just like such a good heart, so humble. Yeah. And the information that he shares is like, his presentations are so well put together. And they usually go for like an hour and a half. And then we also have question time. So it's really, yeah, you feel like a lot of people after Will's first call are like, okay, cool. Like I've got my money's worth at the conference because he just gives you so much, and he's going to be, yeah. Oh, well, in this one, he's breaking down the Hermetic principles of natural law, which will be really good. So like he's really getting to the nitty gritty.
I just kind of I love his style, and I love how he breaks everything down very simple, but he's a fucking run of the mill dude too. Like when you just have a conversation with him, he's very down to earth guy.
He is, yeah. He loves his animals too, which is great.
Yeah.
Well, you speak about David Oates. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, David
because I'm actually excited about this, not just because of what he's going to present, but what it actually opens up around so many other different avenues of thought I've been going down. Anyway,
Well, I mean,
issues?
I don't know why we haven't asked him on before, but like I've listened to him for a long, long time. He used to be on this radio show, or he still is, Jeff Rentz, which is like it's a very big, like Jeff Rentz has been around for 30 years in alternative media, and David's been like a regular guest on there, and he usually gets him on every like once a month or whatever, and they break down like usually political stuff or like political speeches. And he goes into it and tries to not be subjective as far as
Mm.
the reverse speech. He just repeats what he hears. And him and Jeff, it's really cool. So like Jeff will be like, "Oh no, I hear something different," and then he actually sometimes he'll alter because you hear what you hear sometimes, but some of it's very clear cut. And yeah, like again, he's like he actually coined the term reverse speech. He's like the most foremost researcher in the world, and he's doing big studies for universities and governments and all this kind of thing. And he basically wanted it to be recognised as a science. And I shared a bit of it last time. How he was showing how babies will actually speak in reverse before they even have forward speech. I can't remember the term he uses. It's something like language is like bilingual, so it's forward and backwards, and it's basically everything. So anyway, he's going to come on, and we're going to get him to do some reverses as well as explain his theory as to like what's actually happening with this.
Oh my gosh, I've got so many questions for him, and it's going to open up the whole thing around like bird language and like connection with like, you know, back in time, like all of these different sounds and how they like resonate and how we receive them or what they mean for us. All this. Oh my God, I'm just so cool. Yeah.
The thing is, the questions you can ask him too, besides him like obviously being an expert in reverse speech, he's got a very educated kind of worldview of like where things and stuff are going, so we can have a pretty open conversation with him. So yeah, we got him coming on.
Oh, so cool.
And he's an Aussie.
He was a bit of a looker in his time, wasn't he?
I know, he looks like Colonel Sanders in that one, doesn't he?
I know, he looks like a doctor. Is he a doctor?
Doesn't he?
Do you reckon? He looks like a surgeon or something.
Yeah, but like go check out his website too. I think you've got that linked in there, don't you?
Yeah, there.
Yeah, check out his website.
And these are their social media handles too.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay, so Clint, so we've had Clint on before. I've had Clint coming on to Spaces for years now. Far out. It's been over like 7 years. I've been learning from Clint. So he'll be coming on one of the Thursdays. We'll bring him on when he's available. But I think you've got a lot of questions for him. And I think just in general, it's so great to have Clint in these spaces as this reference point to the original dreaming, the original knowledge, because it gives so many keys at all these, to all these different things that we kind of talk about. So it's not so much sitting and learning about traditional knowledge and information. It's not just that. It actually really comes forward to what's happening right now. There's a lot of links and gap fillers that happen in our conversations with Clint. So it's just, I think he's just a key, like Will, he's kind of like a key person in the conference. He's kind of like weaves things together, and stuff that he says drops through it just at the right time. But
and you can really go into any question with him, and it's kind of like you actually need to be very thoughtful about the kind of questions that you ask.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
well, one time he said to me, "I can't tell you that," and I'm like, "Damn it."
Yeah, but like, I mean, it's been a topic of interest to me after reading like Velikovsky's book now and like the whole Venus story. Because if people listen to our podcast, they would have heard Clint talk about like their tribe name actually means people of the flood. So, which is like it's all tied. I know you know much more, but we'll wait for the conference because that's I'm fucking
There's a lot around Venus and the flood and the schism, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, okay. I've got so much more, but we'll keep moving.
I know. No, you don't even. I haven't even told you everything.
You don't even know.
I don't know. There's been videos you've been sharing with like Nikki and Donovan. I'm like, wait till I tell him. Wait till I give it. Wait till I drop the little keys that he needs.
Yeah, we need to have like a chat, you, me, Nikki, and Donovan together
on a group
Yeah, so I think
called
you're going to add like another element to it as well with what you know. Anyway, let's we got Anarchy
Okay,
Lucas.
very great. So I don't think you finished her course, did you?
I did.
Did you? Good work.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyway, so I know you talk about her, but I just think Annika's work is so good. And I reckon it's awesome that that's what she's come to, that model, the
Yeah.
unconditional model, after everything that she's been through, because it really is such a big part of it,
Yeah. And
you
I
know?
I want to ask her about the PBD podcast. Remember she did that one last year?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yep.
It's like, fuck man, I did a whole video on it and this is what like I think like her work is it is like it's pivotal to especially now we're seeing a manipulated cultural and religious war happening in the West.
Mm,
And if you can understand the work that Anarchy does around the unconditional model,
yeah.
it puts it strips down all this kind of
Mm,
cultural division that's going on, and you're able to see it from the individual and see where you position yourself. And like, because I'm seeing recently too, like different like religious groupings in Australia, and they're now like warring. They've both got a common goal, but they're warring over with each other, and it's all how they see themselves,
yeah.
their culture, and and their ego, like above all else. They're not being able to see like from this
Mm,
60,000 foot view. So the thing is, we're not even getting her on to talk about her like wild story of
yeah.
ritual abuse in the elites. That's kind of like not even what we're interested in. It's because of the journey that she went through that she's not like most survivors in the way that she sees what happened to her and then the process of her healing and where it's actually taken her and through her model. I think like every survivor or anyone that's been through like significant trauma should like would benefit massively
Mm.
from just
Well,
like
if people want to learn about, she's got the book, her memoir,
yeah.
Memoir of a Child Sex Slave, which goes into it. But yeah, it's like everything that she's learned, like, you can get people onto share their story, but everything that she's come to is like, that's,
Yeah. And
yeah.
it also it will relate to like a lot of the scrambling stuff that's happening within politics now too, and people fighting over is Trump the savior? Is he not the savior?
Yeah. And this
When you
whole like
when you understand
Marxist,
her view on
hmm
hierarchy and the model, that you can actually just hold a position where you can see it for what it is and see
mm,
yourself where you position. So anyway, she is unbelievable.
mm, yeah. And even with, because also with the division, there's a lot of groupings that are happening, like you said, with religion. And that's happening in all areas, not just like religious stuff, but like even in the truth movement and the
Yeah, yeah,
anti-system movement and when you have this understanding that Annika Lucas has come to and teaches, it's like you form a whole new way of relating to what's happening and to other people. And I think that is like it's like a missing level of awareness or knowledge that helps you move through these times without getting caught into essentially where a lot of the crowd, people are getting kind of shepherded into. Yeah,
yeah.
it's key.
And I was
Oh, and
when
speaking,
I caught up with Ole Demigard in Bali, I was like, "Don't project up, don't project up." After like, but it's
but
more
I
than doing
think,
that. That's like,
yeah.
and
It's respect and like deep respect for someone's work, but it's like they're not, yeah. Anyway, we'll have those conversations. That's great. Um, speaking of relationship to the system, so that's what Tom's going to be speaking about. So he's going to be going into a deeper dive into natural law and value around creation, currency exchange and our relationship to the system. And so that's going to be a really, really, really awesome conversation because I know like the Humble Kingdom is like that Tom's put together. He kind of goes through all of these different levels, which is incredible. But this is kind of, he does touch on this in there, but yeah, it's just a bit more of a casual conversation about this because this is becoming, yeah, a bit topical at the moment.
Yeah.
So it'll be really good.
Yeah, well, actually, I just finished freaking his one as well too. Well, I'm on to like the Q&As on the lives that he's put on Humble Kingdom, but like his course is like set up so well, isn't it? With just those little
Really good.
do you know what? It's
And
like
the length
it's
is
like
perfect.
yeah, the
I'm
way
like,
they split up into these little videos, but
mm.
that's why I love him because it's like they go back to like the most basic shit. You're like, oh well, it's so simple, but it's
But
the
it's sort of made profound
it's
because it's
profound
sort
and
of made it's brings yeah, because it's like oh like
well,
yeah, just yeah, it's a
when I was
really, really good yeah.
I was listening to
Yeah.
Tom's course, and I'm just like shaking my head at all the all the things that I do that are
Oh right, I know.
but they're
Yeah.
the most simplest things, and even like it's really solution based too, like the most
Yeah,
simple.
it is.
Like when he was talking about like even like these creative pursuits and like be writing, like do it, but it's not like there's no like formula how to write. He's like just write, like there's no one way to do it. But yeah, it was yeah,
Yeah, it's like practical application of the principles and I think even when you listen to the videos on there, it's kind of like when I've gone back because I've listened to it at different times, right? And I've like listened to the video and I can like, oh, I can see how I can apply that to what I'm doing or what I'm kind of focusing on at that point that might be completely different to the other time I was watching it. So it's very kind of he's talking about it and it's very simple, but you can kind of see how it can be how it's multi-layered in how you can kind of apply it. So it's very good. So if you don't get into the conference, go to his go to his Humble
the
Kingdom.
other one thing I just wanted to say about Tom too was because and I can see it's kind of within his story. You know, the people that go the whole common law route and trying to like hardcore fighting and like Tom was like
Well, that's
and he really breaks that
what
down
is
into
yeah.
like I guess like the distorted side of that in being do you know what I mean? Like being invested in that one way, but and like he really is able to show those people to bring it back to the self and actually the currency that you hold and how you project out what what you want to do. I can't talk properly, fucking Mercury retrograde, but yeah,
You
it's
know, Tom's actually one of those people that when he talks, he's obviously he articulates himself really well, but you also receive another layer. Do you find that with Tom?
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's what like, obviously I think, Clint does like, but Tom especially there's two conversations going on. Do you find that? And it's like, and I receive a whole other level, like, with stuff he shares. Anyway.
I'm astounded like how easy everything is for Tom. Like you can just ask him anything, like his brain, like it's like he's a computer. He just rattles it real quick. Right. And he's picking all these pieces from his library in his brain, and then it just I'm like, I can't do that. I could never do that.
I think because it's just lived experience. Like you can tell he really applies a lot of the principles, Anyway.
Yeah, that's the authenticity. It's like he lives it.
Mm.
Okay. Matt Presti.
So very excited. Matt Presti. I'm actually like, do we really have Matt Presti on? Anyway, I'm just going to tell everyone. I sent him an email with the subject line of another email and I was so embarrassed. And I was like, oh my God, what have I done? But he was so cool about it. Anyway, absolute legend. So he's pretty much like a teacher, a student of Walter Russell. And he's part of like setting up the whole Walter Russell Foundation. And so if people don't know Walter Russell, like you definitely need to dive a little deeper because, personally, I think there's a lot to be learnt from that incredible man. And he really kind of bridges what I feel this kind of gap between, I guess, the materialistic view and the spiritual view and kind of like this awareness of like, I just think the work of Walter Russell needs to be really at the forefront for a lot of people in this space because he really has such a deep understanding and he articulated really well. Anyway, so Matt Presti is a student of Walter Russell, and I first heard him speak ages ago, actually, on Michael Tazarian's Unslaved podcast. And he was just speaking so well, not only of like the principles that he'd actually learnt of Walter Russell, but also just how he now like moves through the world. And I think, I guess again, like Tom is like someone when he's speaking, there is just such a level of like, I don't know, like groundedness and like, yeah, a sense of like profoundness in the way that he speaks. I think that just having the conversation, whatever we talk about with Matt, I think will be really, really profound for people because he is someone that really embodies a lot of these teachings that he's come to. And you can really feel that in the way that, yeah, he is. So that's going to be really cool. And he's,
The
yeah,
other thing too,
he's
it's like
got a very cool.
he's like a musician too. Do you realize like that pretty much all these speakers that come on that are like they're really good in their fields, they're all musicians.
I noticed that.
Like
I noticed that.
he's a musician. Tom is like an excellent guitarist. Clint Richardson. I like Demigods, like he's been a musician forever. He's like
I have noticed.
they're all
It's not,
fucking
it's,
musicians. And then
yeah.
like Rachel that we come on, like she sings, she plays the guitar, like everyone does. So I think there's something to that. We need to really open up that.
Some,
They're all musicians.
does David?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Dale. I'm not sure.
He probably does. And I feel like Will
Please.
Keller probably has some kind of undercover something. Also, how cool is his cowboy hat?
Well, this is, I was talking about posture before, where you position your hands. That's perfect open posture, just hands by the side.
Have you heard Matt Presti speak? He's just
No, only after like I'd never even heard of him until you sent him.
oh yeah, I'm so excited for that conversation. Anyway, so yep, that's
Yeah.
Matt Presti. And obviously you can check out everyone if you want to dive deeper into everyone's work. And I think majority of them have like courses and stuff, like if you wanted to dive deeper into their work as well. And then we're getting Jeff on back again, hopefully not revealing myself bare this time. Maybe we'll put you under the bus instead of me. Although, it's fine. It was pretty good, pretty insightful.
Well, yeah, I mean, and we so we spoke to Luke on the podcast recently about like the astrology and that too, and Jeff's going to give like his perspective on it. And Jeff, he likes to go into the whole like Vedic view of the universe and reality and the soul. He really comes from that side of things too. But yeah, Jeff's awesome. Well, and
just really fun to have.
We're going to have to do that. Or he calls it, I don't know what you call it, but he calls it interrogation astrology. So you can get like people in the course where you can literally ask questions and he'll put that into his freaking computer or whatever, and he'll give you a reading based on any question that you can ask. So I really want to do that this time too.
Oh, maybe we should come up with like 3 questions or something. How many can we have?
Well, maybe I'll email him and ask, and we get get everyone in the group to type questions, and we'll pick like the best 5 or whatever. And
yeah, that's cool.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
and so the last time we had him on, we got into explain like the astrocartography, and if you heard Madeline before, we actually pointed out her exact location, and he gave a pretty in-depth and probably raw-bearing view of Madeline's chart
Of my life.
based on her astrocartography. So we won't do that to her again, but maybe we'll throw someone else under the bus, which is really cool. And Jeff tells stories about, I think he was in the car of his wife, and he goes, "Oh, well, we're about to go right over my Pluto line," and then someone held a gun to him in his car and like held him up like directly as he went over his Pluto line. He's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I did an astrocartography call the other day in a space, and far out. There was one person that had a Pluto Mars line, Paran line, crossing over, I think, her Saturn line, and she was traveling and she was woken up to the military and guns and everything, and like she pretty much got moved from this space like right on this exact crossover of this line. I was like, wow. Yeah.
Well, Jeff's actually, I mean, Jeff, he's one of the most sought after astrologers in the world. He's got, he's had like a lot of.
Is he really? Oh, wow. I mean, he is just he's very charismatic too. He's like really great to have a convo with.
He's had like a lot of Hollywood clients and stuff like that. He was kind of well immersed in that world. Like he was good friends with George Carlin. He knows a lot of these characters as well as like people in government and stuff like that. So he's got a very good rounded worldview as well too. Very interesting. All right. Well, who else was there?
You sometimes think like, gosh, we're pretty cool to be hosting.
Well, that's what I mean. David Oates is like, he's the top dude in the world in his field. Jeff is like one of the most sought after astrologers in the world. Aniki's like got this entire healing model that no one's ever been able to interpret or put together before. That's profound and anyway.
I know. Anyway, yeah. It's kind of,
another musician.
Yes, another musician. So Clint's always, I think our calls like generally go for like 3 to 5 hours. So you got to prepare for that if you're coming on live.
You got to
but he'll bring snacks. But I think we just scrape the surface sometimes because he is just a walking encyclopedia of knowledge. He has so much insight. Obviously, I think pretty much every time he's come on, he's been speaking about different aspects in the Bible and breaking them down. And that's been massive. Like it's given us it's been quite interesting, synchronistic in what he's shared.
I want him to go into like Exodus this time.
Yeah, we haven't actually decided on a topic, so we can.
Yeah, I'd be. I mean, it depends what everyone wants, but like, I really want him to.
Yeah.
This.
I was even thinking he knows a lot about bloodlines too.
Right.
So anyway, we can talk about that.
Anyway,
but Clint's just like he's dedicated his life pretty much to studying every nook and cranny, and he actually is quite critical of the truth movement as a whole. He thinks that, just generally we're kind of going in the wrong direction, or essentially the direction that we are wanted to go. So he kind of has a lot of different opinions around that too, which I think is actually really refreshing to have in the space. Yeah. And speaking of refreshing, this is probably going to be maybe one of the most challenging speakers we have. Yeah, definitely. So
you're like lighting up over this one. You're like,
no, but I think this is what we need. And when I came across her work, I was like, oh my goodness, like she was saying stuff that it was like confronting for me. But also really aligned as well, because a lot of people, I think, that come into these spaces, they're like, I'm sick of the freaking people pulling shit out of their asses and the relativism that's kind of like leaking through in every space. And she's a psychologist. And well, I don't know if she's still practicing. I think she pulled away and now she's more doing like research and commentary on different things. But she speaks into kind of, I guess, the infiltration that has occurred in the space of psychology and I guess understanding different illnesses and different things that people kind of have now, and how it's very relative and subjective, and there's no kind of markers for what is going on. So everyone now has trauma. Everyone now has these issues, and you can see how a lot of the things that we advocate about or we speak about that is concerning, how this kind of infiltration is also happening in these other spaces too. And she speaks into that. And I think it's really great not only to be aware of it, but also to check ourselves in these spaces and the things that we're listening to from people that really might be coming from a good intention, but might actually be leading you down a garden path that's actually not helpful, and it can actually be creating more issues for you and your family and your children and things like that. But she also speaks about like the role of men and women, and yeah, I think it'll be a
We should
really
get a
good
round table
conversation.
with her and Abby Chatfield. That's for our next conference.
That will be, well, yeah, I mean,
You
she's
need to
actually
butter
like,
up Abby because you're an Abby fan now, so we need to get our way in there. I think
I'm not an Abby fan. I'm an Abby, I'm an Abby believer that she's going to find the way. Anyway, no,
anyway.
this will be great. This will be great. And if anyone's been following like the work and stuff I've been putting out around female psychology, the female Illuminati, the fertility cult, like Hannah Spear was actually on Michael Tazarian's podcast speaking directly about female psychology. So she has deep insights, but also experience working with women, you know, over the course of her career. So yeah, I'm very excited for
And I
her
think
coming on.
that is kind of fundamental for a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about for years. So
Yeah.
I think that's, yeah, very important and is going to be an excellent conversation.
And then we've got maybe the other speaker
And then the
that,
other one. Come on, name who it is. We may as well name them if we get it.
yeah, why not?
Yeah, so well, I did reach out to Catherine Austin Fitz, and well, people would know her story. She was like, I think she was the housing secretary, so she was in charge of all the money going in and out. Anyway, I actually got onto her through George Kavaslis years ago. So she was doing a lot of work with him, which is weird. Like
Wow.
she's someone that worked within the US government, and she basically like during the Bush senior administration, she was able to like find out that like this money was all getting fucking laundered. All this was all this laundered money was getting siphoned, and it was going. She believed then it was going into off-world, building off-world civilization, but definitely breakaway civilization. And now
Wow.
she's come out and done an interview with Tucker Carlson in the mainstream. Like these were conversations that we're having with wacky people like George back in the day. We love
Wow.
George, but that's how
Yeah.
he's seen. And he developed a friendship with her. Actually, Josh Lamaro met Catherine Austin Fitz. He said he was in
Really?
a taxi with her. Yeah, in Melbourne. Yeah,
Oh, maybe no, I remember.
yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah.
and now on the Tucker one, she's talking about the same thing. So it's telling us this is coming into the public sphere that and especially the UAPs and stuff like that now that are saying going in and out of the ocean that there is a breakaway civilization and like a lot of money's going. So anyway, like fingers crossed we get her on. So hopefully we can announce that week if she does get on. But that would be fucking awesome.
Far out.
Or do
So excited.
want to stop the share? Or is there anything else we need to?
No, that's
Also,
it. Apart
actually,
from
the other one, because I was listening to this guy who wrote the Plato book, Plato and the Quran, and to go back to the music thing, because he said Plato said for all his students before he would teach them, they had to go away and learn numerology, geometry, astronomy, music. Music was one of the four pillars that he said they must learn to become like a student of his and a student of the universe and how the universe works. They had to study music. Yeah, it was that important. And actually, the more I think of it,
so I've started playing guitar again.
yeah, we should. Yeah,
Sorry.
the hardest bits of stuff. No, I remember when I was teaching in Prague in this British school, because they're kind of like high achieving kids and they come from like millionaire and billionaire families and very wealthy. They all play instruments. Like that's part of their education.
I used to play piano and I was really good, and then I stopped.
Yeah, you got to keep using it, don't you? Because you shut off that part of the brain.
Yeah.
Mate, that would be well. I play a bit of guitar. I'm absolutely shit, but there's something it does to it. Actually, it's quite enjoyable. Like it's like a meditation.
Yeah, I really like it. I really like it. I'm really shit. Like you think you're shit, I'm actually really shit. I can't even strum properly, but I enjoy it.
You got big fingers? They're pretty good. Oh, well, they're just, yeah,
They're pretty long.
pretty long.
I had to cut my nails like quite short and I'm getting calluses, but I've got to get a better pick, I think.
These calluses.
That's not from guitar, that's from,
Chin ups. It's chin ups.
yeah.
Well, okay. Well, that's fucking good. I'll stop swearing. That's yeah. Well, I'm stoked. It feels like it's been a long time in the waiting. It feels like we are planning this like a long time ago, doesn't it?
Yeah, but because we've switched
Like,
two platforms. Yeah.
yeah.
What?
Okay. What else is on your mind?
What's that? What else is on my mind? Breakfast? No.
Well, I haven't seen you for a while, Mads. When do we do a video last? A few
I
weeks.
don't know. I don't know.
I actually,
Yeah, we'll
I
probably have.
I lose track of time when I'm in Thailand. Like the days just mold together.
I always forget you're there too. It's
Yeah,
just
didn't
you're
you
here and then you're there.
when you were trying to organise the last podcast? I go, I'm in Bali. Oh, are you?
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I was like, oh,
You
I
do
think I
that
said
thing.
something.
You do that thing where you ask a question and don't listen as well. We're a bit similar like
Yeah,
that.
we have that in common here. Yeah, no, that's about it. I am actually really excited for this conference. Oh, and the book. We've also got a book that
We doing
you've
that
not
book?
read, you've listened to.
Oh yes.
Worlds in
Well,
Collision.
Emmanuel Velikovsky.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to get on to the next one, which is like Thunderbolts of the Gods.
Oh, so you're going to the next level without us, without us all. We haven't caught up yet. Okay, everyone that's in the conference already, you've got to quickly listen to the book.
Yeah, but like I mean, I've got quite a lot of triggers like
No.
reading this Velikovsky one. It's actually tied into like the shrine stuff too, but it actually dated all the way back to like that story I heard in Central Australia of the whale. I'm like, that's fucking Venus, man. But now that I've seen it, it matched so many things. Um, so anyway, it's yeah, I think if people do read that book, it's going to tie into particularly maybe the conversation we have with Clint, maybe probably both Clints, and then
Mm,
we'll see where it goes. So yep.
yeah.
Well, if you'd
Yeah, I'm
like,
really excited.
what
I'm
about a
actually
week?
excited.
We'll leave the code under here. I don't think we're going to use the C word. Whatever you want to put into the code, we'll leave it under here if you want to.
Just put potty, right? Potty.
What do you do? And yeah, come join the family. Come join the STE family until we get on the road and we do a live show.
We're mostly fun, aren't we? I think we have the funnest group, don't we? But we also have serious chats too. I'm just telling people about the vibe of the group, you know? Because that can be the most putting off thing. Like people don't want to be in spaces like where they don't feel, you know?
It's
But we're all pretty
definitely
normal.
not too serious. Like there's moments where they're serious and there's moments where like it's kind of like profound, and then there's other times where we can just talk shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and we have fun. Like we it's pretty light, like it's lighthearted, but we talk about some pretty deep stuff. But we also the other thing is with everything that's going on at the moment, it's also a really nice space to come to and talk to other people about what's going on in the world. So sometimes like there might be stuff topically that's coming up like in the news and things like that we'll also speak about. And sometimes it even kind of, you know, correlates with some of the guest speakers and what they've brought up. So yeah, it
yeah,
is pretty cool. So
yeah, and it's become
come
like
and join us.
we've done it long enough now that it's become like a nice kind of community. Like we've met like a lot of the group
Mm.
person now too. I just caught up with Nikki lives over here in Thailand. So we got international
Oh
ST.
yeah, Nikki's in Thailand. That's right.
I
We've got
was
international ST. Yes.
yeah. So and yeah, and a lot of other people that have caught up and become friends through this too. So it's become more than kind of just a conference. It's like yeah, it's become its own thing.
Yeah. And I mean, one of the reasons why we did it too was like taking the conversations out of like messages in Instagram and like having conversations on here because it's a lot easier to go deeper into stuff too. So for all the people that have conversations with me in direct messages, I want you in this space so we can talk. Just so you know.
Yeah,
I know a
you
lot of
can't
them.
elaborate on it.
I know a lot of them are like they love it. They're like, "Oh yeah, ST is so cool," but they won't jump in because they don't think I don't know, like I know some of them, they're kind of doing their own thing, but I really think that they'd love it. I really do.
And also, I guess like the podcast, I'm not going to say, well, we never know, but it usually kind of gets put on hold for a couple of months, but we'll be back. We might even chuck one or two in there if we can.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
that
we'll
that's the
see.
point. Like, if we chuck too many podcasts in the middle, then I kind of get a bit sick of seeing you. If it's like 3 times a week, that's a bit much.
Yeah. We sort of like, yeah, we sort of do have I think we have a break because it's twice a week and they're long conversations. They're like,
No, but that's like my relationship with you is it's a perfect relationship. Like see like a lot of each other to the point where I do not need to see your face for a long time, and then you slowly come back. You, I feel like you dictate when we come back and be friends again too. I'm just like I feel the energy. I'm like I'm gonna fucking leave her alone, and then just leave her alone, and then she slowly and then you're like, we're doing a podcast Thursday. I'm like, okay.
do I get shorter in conversation or something?
No, not really. I just kind of cut ties for a while. But anyway, we need to get to 50 episodes on the podcast before we
I think I do that to everyone, Dale. I think it's something I need to improve on. My
no,
friends are always like, "Oh, I haven't heard from you in ages," and I'm like,
I love
it's
it.
just your ebb and flow, right?
I think it's fantastic.
I think it's fantastic.
I can't maintain more than like two friendships at any one
But
point.
not everyone enjoys that. Like, some people really like, you know.
Well, it's like
Anyway,
that meme
that's a
that
whole other conversation.
meme I sent you and then you shared yesterday about because like you said, like back in the day, well, not back in the day, like even when I was younger, you left the house, you were uncontactable
Yeah,
until you fucking got
yeah,
home. If you were lucky to
that's
have
right.
a voice message.
Yeah.
And then
And like people get upset with me, like, why haven't you replied to my message? Or like my friend's like, why haven't you called me back? I'm like, mate, I haven't called my mum yet. Like, I haven't even called
yeah,
me
yeah.
mum.
But you know what? I very arrogantly thought this was a phenomenon more for to like maybe ask that are maybe putting stuff out there more, but I don't. It's not. It's a phenomenon for
No, I think
everyone. It's
yeah.
everyone.
I've actually listened to a few podcasts lately, just random ones, and people have been talking about the stress that comes with like keeping in contact with people and like how we now have so many contacts that we've maintained over X amount of years
Yeah,
of work and school.
yeah,
Yeah, and this kind of like it's not even like the whole term keeping up with the Joneses, which is more about like you're buying things. It's like keeping up with the Joneses, like what's connecting with people, like keeping up with that, connection is like becoming really, really a
Oh,
lot. It's
I'm
like a
not.
full-time job. If you
Yeah.
did it well, it's a full-time job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. I, I have ones like when you haven't heard from someone in a long time, and then you start talking more frequently, and you're like, okay,
Mm.
if you're coming in, someone else has got to go out. Like you're in, and I enjoy that you're in, but someone else is out now too. I'm
Such a
like,
Mercury retrograde thing because I started talking to another friend recently that I hadn't talked to in ages. And then I was thinking, shit, like if she's messaging back every bloody day, like I don't know if I can maintain this.
yeah, it's true, and yeah, but that's kind of why I like it with you is because I can just like we keep regular
I think
contact,
pe
but
I think people that also are that are on social media sharing,
mm,
where they're getting a lot of contact from people, just from what I find, a lot of people like that, I have the same, like there's no expectation to get back to them because they also understand
yeah.
how, like, yeah. So I
But
think that
it
that
is a
plays a
wild
role.
phenomena, and it's a very hard thing to
Mm.
navigate. And that's maybe a conversation that we can have on there too, because Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it actually.
Well, you know, I see for me, and I know you do it differently, but for the conference, I'm like in ghost mode. I like go 9 weeks underground and I'm not really on social media much because I'm getting that connection in spaces. We're talking to all these people in the group chat, but I'm still satisfying that like intellectual information, you know, conversational side that I get from social media, you know what I mean? Because
I'm like that.
locally where I
I'm
am,
like,
especially now, I've made a few friends I can do that, but it's not that higher level kind of conversations which I get from social media. So that's why I can step back from it, which I love because I'm not on my phone as much because I don't, there's no like void. You know what I mean? Like
well,
to get
yeah.
that.
When we do the conference, I'm immersed in those topics too. And if anything,
Mm.
and like if I do start sharing on social media, it's usually in relation to like conversations.
Yeah.
Going, oh, you missed out, motherfuckers. Should be.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like, but it's, you start to realize like social media has really filled that gap of the conversations and connections, you know, that we were having every day, all the time with people around us, you know.
Well,
But, you know,
this is what
yeah.
this dating lady was saying too, and this is one of the big reasons why there's like this disconnection between men and women is because we're
Mm.
actually getting enough dopamine hits from online interactions. So you're like, yeah, fuck, I don't need to go on a date. I don't
Mm.
need to go pursue a woman. It's like, what does it matter? Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have that internal drive within you because you're getting dopamine
Wow.
from actual interactions that aren't real. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
that's so
I think
interesting.
that's a big part of it. I think that even within myself, I'm like, I can't be fuck finding a woman. Just get my little.
She's in Cairns. If you're listening and you're in Cairns, I think that you might be Dale's wife.
Okay, we're gonna put that on a timestamp for a future date. You did your prediction. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it.
Hmm.
Oh, actually, can I get this up?
Yep.
People can tune out now if they don't want to hear this, but I just want to share Triple J, which was an institution and now is like a piece of shit. Um,
When I had my first radio segment, Dale, before this podcast, I would share Triple J unearthed artists. There
all
you
right.
go.
Yeah, well,
There's a
yeah.
little fun fact for everyone.
Well,
Oh, what have you got open here? You've got
they were
two
great
YouTubes
bananas.
open, Rumble, Sky to
Then
Earth website,
iPod.
Spotify.
I have to keep Spotify open because I keep forgetting the login thing. So if I ever close it, it's a dilemma getting it back. Anyway, these are the top 100 songs, Australian songs, Triple J Hottest 100.
Oh yeah, Angus and Julia Stone. I see
I don't
one.
think many
Hilltop.
people could disagree with this. Never tear us apart.
Missy Higgins,
But Hilltop Hood's
Powderfinger.
nosebleed section, number two of
Oh,
it.
Cold Chisel, Case yes.
Okay, I
That
just
is
want to do a bit of a trivia.
that's gotta be that's
Oh,
gonna be higher up.
where'd it go?
Is it Frozen? Oh.
Hang on, let me get down. So just say yes or no whether some of these should be in the hottest 100 of all time.
Yeah,
Screaming,
but I'm not very like
Midnight,
remember I live under a rock.
Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Red Right Hand, Savage Garden, yeah, fair enough, pretty good. Stevie Wright, either.
Fair enough. Oh my
Spot.
God, flight facilities. I love them.
I don't even know if I know that one. Oh, remember Avalanche?
What? Yeah, I know that. I'm pretty sure I saw flight facilities at a concert.
Mum used to work with a guy who was the father of one of the dudes in the Avalanches. Apparently they
What's
worked.
DMAs? I don't know DMAs.
Wait, I'm still up here. Ice
Oh
House.
yeah, the Go-Betweens, Bentley.
Hey, Electric Blue should be top 10. That's bullshit. Um,
No, but Cold Chisel is in top 10 and I'm very happy about it, that. In fact, I think there was two that was in top 10, which is just fantastic.
I forgot. Do you remember this? Ben Lee, Cigarettes Will Kill You? You know, remember that?
Yeah.
Should
So wait, hold on. So
say
when
that everyone was wrong. Ding.
okay, stop singing now. That's really
Remember that?
is this of all time of
Well, it's just voters by Triple J voters.
no, of like
Just
Triple J's.
no, cause just Aussie songs, because like these weren't Triple J fucking tunes, like in excess of that. Daddy Cool, Wolf Mother, AC/DC, Yofu Yindi, Treaty, top 30.
Oh, Great Southern Land.
What about Southern Cross standing up? You know? Paul Kelly,
Yes.
Missy Higgins, Scar.
I can't believe it was top 4.
So this is the uproar within the article. They're saying, how the fuck the Veronicas? I don't even know what that song that is. Number 3 of all time.
I do. No, that's a good song. But
Number
I can't
3.
believe, like, how did it beat Cold Chisel, though?
Yeah, well, I actually,
Oh, John Farnham.
I don't like
This
Case.
is a great list.
I actually reckon K-San's like.
Have they turned
I would
this into a playlist? I'm putting this on the
Yeah,
Savo.
I've saved it. Yeah, I'm gonna put. Yeah, but like,
How good.
mate, this is like how good's Powderfinger these days? That's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And Tomorrow, Silverchair.
No, I think I agree. I think I agree with this list on the most part. Maybe not the order, but it's pretty good.
Even and one of the most underrated Aussie bands of all time, Empire.
Yeah.
Walking, like they are phenomenal.
They actually are really good.
Oh, and I had such a crush on this.
This is a good like
Yeah.
this is a good like 40s playlist if you want to have a late 40th, Dale.
Yeah, so should we leave the link for this underneath too? If people want to.
Sure.
Riptide, yeah, fair enough. Divinals. When
Oh, Matt Corby.
touch myself. Well, do you know,
Jimmy Bond.
I
Love
think
Jimmy
we're,
Bond.
I think we're biased, but I think and people go, Australia's got no culture. Australia's got no culture. Shut the fuck
You know, I
up.
was
We
I
have
was
the
thinking,
best music, the greatest music history culture of any country in the world.
but you know what our culture is, Dale? It's Crocodile Dundee 1.
Well,
No, hear me out. Hear me out. Humor, adventure, carefree, connection to country, caring, generous, welcoming, and then also, I think we
and
always forget, like,
hard-edged masculine, but with care.
that's right. And like a little bit of a show pony, but like still
Yeah.
got it,
Yeah.
you know? Little bit, you know? And also that really beautiful unifying element that he brought in with the tribal people where there was no projection up or down. It was just kind of, do you know what I'm saying?
Fuck, no,
He-
you're right.
Thank you.
No, you're
And
right.
that is why they're remaking it and destroying it. And everyone should go out there now and buy Crocodile Dundee 1, 2, and 3, put it in a vault, lock it, and educate your children, your grandchildren, and your great-great-grandchildren, and your great-great, and pass it down through the heirloom if you're staying in Australia, and educate them on the Australian culture, because that is the most unifying, beautiful representation of our country ever. Correct? And the people.
Yeah, well said. But
Don't you think he did it? No, I'm sorry.
you know
He's
what it
a
is? It's
fucking
actually
icon.
it's like a sacred text.
He's an icon.
Yeah.
It's the sacred text of Australia. There's such a deep respect for the land, right? And even like, you know, I think I can't remember, was it the first one?
And
He
also,
took it to his little bush
he's,
shack.
he's like very intuitive too. He knows when there's trouble and stuff like that.
Exactly. And there's just like,
That was like,
but he also honors like, you know, of like business and being able to continue like, you know, he's a little bit, there's a bit of illegal stuff that, you know, is alluded to in it, but it's kind of like, if you look at it as a whole and you look at the themes and the characteristics of him and also just the interaction and relationship of the characters, you're like, that's Australia, and fucking well done.
well, you know,
You know?
like within certain negative circles, that they will present the beautiful image of something like the Beatles or whatever it might be, or Miley Cyrus, and then they destroy it. I feel like that's kind of what they've done with Crocodile Dundee, because it was almost like the peak of Australian culture of like the 80s that 80s Aussie outback guy,
Yeah.
funny, humorous, respectful.
But so a lot of people think Paul
Like,
Hogan. Sorry, I'm interrupting because it's an exciting topic. Keep on. Sorry, I'll shut up.
go, please continue.
No, you
No,
you say what
I've said what I need to say.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure no one heard because I was speaking over the top of you.
Just I can't remember what I said. Stop covering your mouth. See, now this is shame. This is shame.
I am shameful because I really need to put a sock in it sometimes and shut the fuck up so you can talk. Okay, so what I was going to say is he was actually he actually is a Sydney sider, right? Like a lot of people
He
think he
worked on the
grew up
bridge.
in, yeah, but he was actually born like in Sydney.
Right.
Like there's like this whole myth around about him like being born in the country, and that's not true. I think he lived there, but he was like one of those like I don't know, it's kind of like he's actually very intelligent. I was listening to a lot of his like old videos like a couple of months ago when I was having, one of my Paul Hogan episodes. And just the stuff that he come out with, he was like, he wasn't what he created with that movie and a lot of the stuff that he went on to do was actually very well thought out. Like it wasn't like they were just having a laugh. There was actually
Yeah.
there was a lot of stuff, and it's like he really like laid out some principles and like values that he really held and thought were really important and put them into the movie. And I just think,
But that outside image of Australia is still that image of
yeah,
Hogan. Like,
I
he
think,
hosted the
yeah.
fucking Oscars, didn't he? Didn't he host the Oscars? I think it was the Oscars.
Oh yeah, and like off
And
the cuff, like best speech ever. Have you
yeah,
listened to that speech? It's the best
yeah,
speech in
yeah.
the world ever.
The
It's been
thing is, though,
ever.
like, even though we don't know Paul Hogan, everyone knows a Paul Hogan. Everyone's been to the country and knows a dude
That's right.
just like
But
that.
not even the country, Dale. Like, not even the country. Like, that character is in all of us. I'm sorry, I'm being sentimental. No, it's like, it's everywhere, don't you think? Really, it is. In some aspects, like, it really is. And when,
And
I don't, we
his
have a
life married
culture.
the movie. His life married the movie because that hot freaking American chick that was in them, he married her in real life.
Yeah. Yeah. That was real charisma. What is
Real
it? No, chemistry. Real
chemistry.
chemistry.
Yeah, the online. It was not online. On camera chemistry.
Yeah.
How
And apparently
could
even
she
the
not fall for?
evolution of this story.
How could she not fall
Sorry?
for it? Imagine like imagine filming with Paul Hogan in his heyday for 6 months, and you're like some American actress. You're like, this guy's the man. I'm.
Oh my gosh.
And
Just
the other part too, he was very physically fit and strong. Like he was like
mm,
muscly and tanned. Like he looked good too.
I know.
I
I
know.
know.
I like Crocodile Dundee too, where they go to New York. I like that one better.
I mean, they're all great in
Actually,
their own way.
can I tell you, I have a fucking visual memory of the first time I ever saw Crocodile Dundee. Do you ever remember going to like camping at like a caravan park or campgrounds? And
No, that's where you first watched it.
we were camping. We're at some caravan park. I don't know.
Great place to watch.
We're on a family holiday. I can't even remember what it was, but we're camping. And at night, they would have like an activity for the kids up, like where everyone cooked their food, and they just put the TV up there, and we watched Crocodile Dundee.
Oh my God, so cool.
That was like
That's a great experience of
first time
Crocodile Dundee.
I ever saw
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, well, that was my dad's like cultural contribution to me. We all had to watch Crocodile Dundee and all of the Crocodile Dundees and Back to the Future. That was like his contribution to raising us, I think.
They really need
Not
to.
only contribution, but it was like his, yeah,
They need to
his
bring
input.
back like the old Australiana like film. Like there was some fucking good Aussie.
Yeah. Christopher, if you're listening, bring it back.
Bring back the old Aussie film, Chris.
I'll feature in it. I'll be a larrikin from the country. I used to want to be an actress actually when I was younger. A comedian.
Yeah, I think you'd be all right.
You'd be all right.
You
I
could
reckon it'd be a fun, like if it was like a comedy or something,
you could have been like,
or like
you could have been Nina on
maybe not,
Neighbours.
maybe not drama. Nina or Neighbours? I don't even know. I don't even know who that is.
Nina, that was
Anyway,
that was a good one. Anyway, we're talking absolute shit. I'm sure no one's left listening. So
no, people love podcasts now, Dale. It's like long form podcasts are like the greatest thing ever because everyone wants to multitask. No, everyone wants to multitask now and just listen to podcasts. I'm not joking. They actually do. This is a phenomenon. Everyone's sick of social media. They're sick of reading stories. They're so sick of looking at people's bullshit. They just want to clean the house and listen to a fucking good podcast. They do. They just want to go to the shops, just shove on a podcast, listen to people talk smack because they're sick of being sold to and they're sick of all this fucking bullshit that they do, Dale. They really do. It's true. You're laughing because you are the same, aren't you?
Well, no, I'm not laughing at anything you're saying. I'm laughing at your delivery. You're laughing at yourself trying to get it out. I've got to tell you one, Mads. Now, those listening, Madeline, she fucking like, I've been bagging at Abby Chatfield for years. Madeline's, I'm Team Abby. I'm Team Abby. She sends me, you need to listen to Abby's podcast. I'm like, for fuck's sake. I'm like,
No, everyone needs to listen to a recent podcast.
Rambling on about
Okay.
it. I'm like, all right, I'll fucking listen to it. I go, I'm driving down to see my mate. It's about 30 minutes on the bike. And my other mate yesterday said, stop listening to podcasts when you're on the motorbike. It's dangerous because you can't hear everything going on. Anyway, and so I was about 10 minutes, I was probably 5 minutes from where my mate is, and I'm like, had another 20 minutes of the podcast. So I just kept going further up the island because I actually got into listening to Abby and this.
Because she loved it. Because she loved it.
And I didn't want to say
Everyone,
anything.
do it. Oh my God, Dale. Dale, are you going to link Abby's podcast at the end of this podcast?
Okay, look, I think we've made it when we hit #1 in education and we get Abby Chatfield on.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
I don't think she's a bad person. I just think she's just very ignorant on some things. But I have seen, and I think the particular guest that she came on is, I think she's very impressionable. I think she's got her own beliefs and they're being construed by external things. But I think
No, she's got these
I think
like
she can be
core
swayed
principles
by
and
the
values.
She can be swayed by the right person, particularly a woman, right? And someone with credentials. I think she very much believes in.
Or her boyfriend, her sexy boyfriend.
No, I think he's the issue.
He is sexy, Dale. He is sexy.
Look, I'm not.
He's got chest hair.
I'm not gay, but like
he's got a lot of hair.
I think,
and he's just like big and like manly and just dirty, and I fucking love that.
He's not my type. If I was gay, like if I would Paul Hogan.
I'm trying to find the podcast that it was. Oh, here it is. So
that dude, like he creeps me out a little bit. He creeps me out. Like I don't think I'd be friends with that guy. Like me and him would not. He would not be my mate. I'd probably be more mates with Abby.
I sort of understand what you mean by creeps you out. But
I don't even think it's what he says. I think it's like his look. He's like his look kind of creep, and like that's very subjective because like I probably.
But he's got such a good look for like, what is he, a rock star or something?
Oh yeah, like he owns how he presents himself. He's like this dirty, kind of sweaty, kind of like Anyway,
I love that.
I hope their love story continues.
I think it will. Okay, so the podcast, for people that are wondering, that made Dale continue to drive and listen to it, so Abby's It's a Lot podcast, Abby Chatfield, and it's Sarah Wilson, Are We All Fucked? Systems Collapse Explained.
Yeah, and
podcast.
She makes some good points on there. I don't.
Fantastic points.
I'll let people listen. But and actually, there was a moment there where she actually, which was very difficult, she actually made Abby consider how people. Abby's like in the whole left-right thing, and she's very left. But it made her actually understand and consider people on the right, and she's going, "Oh, okay, I get it. They're kind of questioning, and they're in fear like we are." That was a bit I like to see because she's like, "Okay, this is there's something important about that conversation. You're kind of bridging here that we're all the fucking same,
Totally.
and people
That's that's why I think the conversation's so good, not so much even the content of it actually, but just observing the conversation is what I mean. Like
Yeah.
observing that someone that's so well known in that lefty world having this kind of conversation.
But
But
that's
also
the thing.
Sarah Wilson
She's
spoke to a
not
lot of people on the right too.
she's not as dogmatic as you think, and I think she actually can be swayed, and actually don't think that she can be bought, Abby. Like everything she did promoting the Greens for the thing is her belief. It's a fucking stupid belief, and
Yeah.
she's been misinformed. But I don't think she would go against her values if she actually learned the truth. I think she's got.
I'm sorry. Have you heard? Okay, I listen to every podcast, to be honest. I'm a Abby Chatfield fan.
You are a
But
disgrace.
she is so anti AI. She is so anti even like using tech now. She's like, bring our humanity back, speak to random people, like have conversations. Like she is like, I'm sorry, but she's doing the great work. Like like more so she's like encouraging people to connect more and to just like go out. You know what she said the other day? She said, because you know how in earlier podcasts I'm sorry, but in earlier podcasts she's talked about like you know how she always goes on about like ADHD and anxiety and all that. You know what she said? She was like, you know what is causing all your anxiety? It's the freaking phone. Like put the phone and it's so freaking true. Like it's so true on so many levels. And she's
But
like,
do you know what I like about the one thing I do like about she's actually very honest about her own mental health and her own anxiety, and she can see what's causing it too, right?
yeah, but
Hey,
she's
can
like,
I
but
bring
she's
up
also
another
saying like, you know, she's actually telling people to not be a freaking victim and actually like I honestly, she's being reformed. And I think it's through love. That's what I think it is.
Well, this is look, we've covered a lot of ground here. Mads, I also have noticed that I got okay, first of all on Instagram, I can't fucking send you inboxes to like your stories. You've like blocked that purposely, haven't you? Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
What?
Secondly,
No,
you're
I haven't. Oh, I think it's because you send it to the wrong. Don't send it to me because I've changed my username.
doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Anyway, so Mads is now on Instagram doing this.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, I didn't point enough. Someone said I didn't point enough.
I said that. Mads is like
Oh,
got the background on. She's like, all right, I'm one of these guys.
but
So,
then I just
hey, these
no,
two
but then
are
I just started talking. Then I just started talking, and it was just my head and Jacinda's head, just like this, like just
I actually,
popping out.
I fucking was pissing myself. I'm like,
I'm gonna get better at it. I'm gonna get really good at it. I'm gonna get to the point where I'll like highlight words like this and all that kind of stuff.
I'm not
It's quite
against that.
capturing, isn't it, though? Isn't
I'm
it?
not against it if you're talking. I'm just against the people that don't even say anything in the video. It's someone else talking. They just go,
Oh, yeah. Or they nod.
I'll do
Or
this
they
and just
nod.
go.
No, yeah, that
It'll be like some profound, like fucking AI reading Carl
I
Jung
know.
or something, and they just go, yeah.
Yeah. But every time someone does it though, because more people are doing it on Insta now, I'm like, I want to watch it even though I don't care about what they're talking about.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. I think if you and me had like proper production, like if we had like a fucking studio and
If I had proper lighting
you
and
know,
it didn't
we
look
had
like
like
what if Jacob said that he looked it was like pixels, like my computer was from like the
it's true
1990s.
though, like you don't even need to put out good content. It doesn't really matter. If you have good production level, you're going to do pretty well. If you and me just sat in like we got like a fucking studio and just like, had this same conversation, but with good production value, it would do well. But because I'm in Thailand sitting in some fucking robed bed, you're a fucking Central Queensland. Do you know what I mean? It's blurry. When I talk over you on Zoom, no one can hear it. Like it's we're getting by.
We are, but it's also, it's whatever. This is us. We're just being real.
Fucking it's hard life being
And
like
it's not.
time.
It's what?
it's a hard life, isn't it? Have you got any
What
advice?
is?
Have you got any advice for me?
What do you mean? Advice overall?
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely need more chlorophyll.
What do you reckon?
So yeah, chlorophyll. You need
Chlorophyll?
a
More like borophyll.
you, what?
Billy Madison. So you don't know.
Oh, no, I don't know. What else? Have you got some magnesium? You definitely need magnesium. You need more hydration. You're very dehydrated.
I've been putting calcic salt in this thing.
Oh, well, that's good.
Then I do have my coffee here.
Oh yeah, coffee. And are you smoking too much?
Um, I don't know. I I don't think I'm ever going to quit smoking now. I kept thinking like I have to. I'm just not going to. I'll die till the grave. I'll smoke till I'm in the
They're
grave.
really coming after. They're really coming after the
Do you want to
your
say?
industry.
You want to say something?
Is this going to get us in trouble? Also, are you going to get organic?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you
What are
can't
you
see
going
it.
to?
It's blurred background.
What is it?
Well, I've just been stocking up on some supplies.
Just hold it in front of your face. Are we going to get taken down off? Oh my God. No wonder you're dehydrated. Yeah.
Yes, that's where we're at. So I've
Like
worked
I'm all about smoking, but just get organic, dude. Like, why are you doing that to yourself?
because I don't like rolling. I don't know how to roll.
Or just why don't you pay like a kid? Oh, that sounds really bad.
Pay a kid to roll me.
Pay a kid to roll your smoke.
I need to learn how to roll them properly. I just can't do it. I haven't got the patience. I used to be able to fucking roll when I was like 15. I used to sit in my
Yeah, but
room.
maybe it'll help you with your brain. It'll be so good. You can just sit, be meditative.
Well, I feel a lot better because I said that I had like 2 weeks and it was just like serious exhaustion. I'm like, I have chronic fatigue syndrome. I need to like, at least get my blood tested, but last 2 days felt better. But John
Have you
reckons
been taking the dirt?
no.
Do you need more?
Yes, probably do. John reckons it's my cortisol. I need to chat with him.
Without cortisol, we'll die. So, just saying.
Well,
Your cortisol because you're having too much coffee and you're smoking too much.
you reckon
Just
that'd be
get
it?
all. Yeah, because I mean, if you're having too much coffee, you're pretty much uh, artificially activating all your systems, really, right? When really it's not needed. You're not really using it. You're not really using that,
Yeah,
are
okay.
you?
Okay, I need to hear that. I definitely need to go
And
one.
and like you're 40 now, okay? So you need to start thinking about this. And also the more chemicals you have, what are you showing me?
Grays.
Oh, grey hairs. And the more cigarettes that you have with chemicals in it, your body's like, we are under attack. Of course, your cortisol level's going to go up.
Yeah, okay. All right. Fuck. All right.
Like, why is it so hard to get? I'm sure like, doesn't someone that we know that's come on the podcast get organic tobacco?
Well, Georgina had a good idea for me that once we become a PT, I'll be like the smoking PT, and we've like made like a thing like where I've got like a cigarette and like some dumbbells.
Oh, you mean your logo? Yeah. Well, it's good for the brain, but if you have organic, you need to
You can
just
do it.
get,
You can
you
like
need to just do it.
you can model some for me. You could be in like being like your one piece down at the pool, getting ready to go for a
Oh my
swim.
God, with a VB singlet and a hat.
No, you got to
Yeah.
bring in like a swimsuit and then have have a ciggy.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Anyway, are
Oh,
we
if it
still
was organic. If it was organic.
any other topic?
Yeah. That's about it. You really should do that though. You really should get off the chemical stuff. Get on the organic. You'll feel $1 million. Have some dirt every day and just one coffee. And
Okay.
if you
I
need
need to
another hot drink, just get into like something else, like a mushroom drink or
Well,
something.
actually, should we leave a link for the dirt underneath? Well, I should do that anyway. Those who want to buy
The
the
dirt.
dirt.
Oh, my dirt.
Yeah, I'll put it in a little.
I don't have a discount code.
I'll put it in an
Huh?
ad. I'll put it in an ad.
You can get actually, if people like black seed oil, actually black seed oil would be good for you.
They fucking
It's
sell
buy
it.
one get
Shop.
it's buy one get one free this month, which we've got 3 more days, I think.
Black seed oil.
Yeah, black seed oil. I'll send you a black seed oil and a dirt next month. When are you back?
Send me black seed oil, dirt, and a fucking astrology reading. Thank you very much.
No, you pay for your astrology reading. Thank you very much. Right back
Oh,
to you.
I'll pay for it. Okay.
What?
I
Okay.
feel like
All
this.
right, we'll bloody finish up here because people are over it. They've finished up the washing or whatever they were doing, and they're like, this is just a joke. They've turned off the fucking Spotify. They're like, these people are talking shit. What about that person? What about that person
But
on
like, do you
Donovan?
ever feel you're
Did you
doing?
see that
Do
comment
you
on?
feel like you're doing a public show at the moment? Or
No, did you see the?
Go.
No, but did you see that comment on Donovan's page? He shared us when it was just us two. We always get a bit silly. When we have someone else, they kind of like balance us out.
Yes.
And they were like, I don't really see the point of this. They were like, and I'm pretty sure they were like sky to earthers. And I was like, wow, that hurts. They were like, it's just a waste of time. It's like, okay. So that's where people are at right now, but you've probably already
Yeah,
you've
like I
already
just tell
stopped.
anyone that's coming on the conference, this is like you're not going to be exposed to this level of fucking bullshit. That was the whole point of the podcast, wasn't it? That we can just have a bit of a because they're like, yeah, I don't get the point of this. The point of this is you're doing your washing and folding, and it doesn't matter.
And if you haven't finished your washing and folding, get it done because it'll make you feel better. Do hard things
Well,
before it gets
I'll
hard.
leave us with a quote.
Oh, what's no, there is a quote. Do hard things before it's too hard to do them. Oh no, there's a really good quote that's something like that. I can't remember what it is.
You can't say a
Have you
quote
got a quote?
and then not say the quote.
We should have a no, I'll find the quote. We should have a really good
Oh,
ending thing.
the quote is, love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Oh, the other one is, you will be the wax, I will be the flame in our candle of love.
What is going on? It's the weirdest shit I've ever heard. No, I'm pretty sure that okay, my internet's not working,
And
but I'm pretty
actually,
sure the
no,
quote's
wait, I got one, and this was at the end of the Muhammad Ali documentary, which if everyone hasn't seen it, it's one of the greatest documentaries of all time, When We Were Kings, including the soundtrack. And anyway, this sports journalist said he was at a university, and Muhammad Ali got up to speak, and someone said, "Give us a poem, and Muhammad Ali could recite all these poems. He was like one of the greatest wordsmiths ever, and he just said, "Me, we." That was it. And supposedly that is the shortest poem in the English language. Muhammad Ali, me, we.
Is it about is it communism, socialism? That's
No.
what it sounds like. Okay.
Well, he was part of like the Nation of Islam in America, like Elijah Muhammad, which were actually they're like communist groups. So yeah, there's an element of that. There you go, Islamo-communism, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a whole topic that Michael Tazarian goes into. You should look at that, actually. I think you'd really like
I have a
it.
bit, and it's making a lot of fucking sense with what's going on with Albanese and Penny Wong because everyone's going, they're Zionists. They're like, I mean, look at what they're doing. There's multiple groups infiltrating at the same time, but Penny Wong, Anthony Albanese, Islamo-communist, 100%.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. It's a really good. Have you watched all of it? I haven't watched all of it yet, but he's done a whole series.
Yeah, it was fascinating when he spoke about the groups that came out of the Middle East and stuff and made their way into Arabia, and yeah, it's interesting.
hmm
There's a lot of crossover
I know.
with David Icke's work that he did on the Sabbateans. Like,
Is it really?
yeah,
Oh my gosh, I found the quote. This is actually from another podcast that I love. the Older But Not Wiser podcast. They're old B&S blokes, and I just love it. They just talk shit the whole time. They're fantastic. Anyway, the quote is, "Do hard shit before shit gets hard." It's really good.
That's law.
Before you get older and things are harder to do, or before, you don't do the thing that you need to do and it just starts piling up. Just do it now.
Do you know the other one I like? Good food, good meat, good God, let's eat. And the other one is, people say to me, they're like, "Dale, you eat so quick." And I'm like, "Eat now, taste it later."
My granddad used to be like, "Early bird gets the worm."
and you still get all those old dudes in town when it's pissing rain. They're like, "Good day for a duck. Good day to be a duck." Oh yeah, fucking good day for that.
I love dad jokes. Fuck. Bring them back. The boomer jokes. Boomer jokes.
Those old Aussies. That's why you know why that video that guy went viral where he's talking. He's like, "Oh, these fucking dickheads." Talking about the mining and that. That's why everyone loved it, because everyone knows that old Aussie guy, and he was tapping into that Paul Hogan type of character, wasn't he?
Yeah, and that's right. See,
and he was brutally honest. Yet he was very lovely to the lady at the end. And she's like, "I have a good day," and he's like, "Oh yeah, you too."
If we separate from the Crown, I think we should have Paul Hogan on our 50-cent piece, don't you think? And then like crocodiles.
No, he's not even Australian now. He lives in America. He can't come back to Australia.
He wants to be in Australia. I don't think he likes being a celebrity either. He actually hates it.
He's not that person, but he's pretty old.
I think he likes the money, but I don't think he likes the everything else that comes with it.
All right. Well,
I think he wants to be in Australia.
We've tried to end this podcast multiple times now.
Come home, Paul Hogan. Come home. Okay.
All right, please join the conference. Just eliminate the last 40 minutes of this conversation. This is not what's going to be happening on the conference. So anyway, all right. Have a good day, Matt.
You too. Go hydrate yourself.
Yes, I will.
And sell those cigarette packets.
Okay, instead of Down on the Riverina, should we choose one of those other top 100 Aussie songs to finish it? And here we're going to end it with Ben Lee, "Cigarettes Will Kill You."
Okay.
I could say that everyone was wrong.
Right.
All right, cool. Have a good day.
Okay. We've done a fair while. 11, 12. Is that 2 hours?
Mate, I'm going to run out of fucking data storage on my laptop if I don't end this.
Is that 2 hours?
Yes.
Good work.
Well done, Matt. All right, well, I'll see you at the conference. See you there.
All right. See you at the conference.
Bye.
Bye.
Watch me bake, you serve me up with cake, and that's your big mistake. Your guest comes in dressed smart, you offer a la carte, you didn't have the heart. And I want a TV embrace. And I'm getting off your boiling plate. They swore you'd steal my steam to feed your dream and then be gone. I wish I could say that everyone was wrong. You left me burnt and seared, you left me ripped and tattered, older than my years. I should have known at first that you would leave me hurt, you had to try desert. No way to let off steam, don't bother milk or cream, no way to let off steam. And I want a TV embrace. And I'm getting off this boiling place. I could say that everyone was wrong. It must feel good to stand above me while I make you so proud of me. It must feel good that I'm now gone. I wish I could say that everyone was wrong.